again, for the security guards in New York State, okay, we must complete the 8-hour pre-assignment, okay, which a person will be registered by the Department of State for New York, the 16-hour class, okay, and nowadays they changed everything, guys. Which for the 16-hour, I remember years back, I would say like 15 years ago, I would send people to work just with the 8-hour certificate. Sometimes people didn't have the money to pay for this one. And they used to give them anything from 12 dollars an hour. Everybody was different. Some people listened even better, more than others. They got 14. And some people even got $15 an hour just with this certificate. Okay? But because we're in an industry where people talk a lot, sometimes we don't follow the rules. Companies stop doing this. So now they want you to have your 8, 16, and the security guard license before a person starts working. Again, everything has changed. Okay, so people sometimes get into the security industry and we don't listen sometimes to the boss or the manager, and we listen to our co-workers or friends and family, and that's why they're not doing that no more. So security industry, the security companies like Wells Fargo is a bank and a security company. Brinks is a bank and security company. Okay, so they got a lot of money. Okay, so they used to pay for all of our training and fingerprints for you and your license. They don't, not too many companies do that nowadays. Okay, so both of these certificates, we're gonna do a test. We're gonna get 2 certificates. 8-hour pre, 16-hour. Once you pass the test, you should have both of your certificates. And this is the tricky part. Remember we just talked about? That if you lose the certificates, Albany doesn't issue the certificate. Remember, you gotta think, you got the certificates from the school. Like here, at Job Corps, I issue you guys your certificates. Okay, so if you lose a certificate, you gotta go back to a licensed school, licensed teacher, and get it again. Okay? So I'm gonna need both of these for employment. Okay, this is the beginning of security. The security license is only the beginning. Remember, you only took 3 days of classes to obtain it. Okay, that is not international protection. This is a 600-question license test. You're not going, some people go for police work, criminal justice, corrections, police, law enforcement, criminal procedure law. Okay, so there's a lot to do in security. So this is only the beginning. Nowadays, minimum wage has changed. We all know that. So minimum wage is a lot higher than this. I'm just showing you what used to happen years back when I would teach this. Okay. Once a security guard has completed the above courses, they're not required to complete them again, even if we change jobs. So you got your certificates, your license, better employment comes up, you can say, hey, thanks for hiring me, but I'm gonna go over here. Okay? Any questions? All right, so let's move on to the next slide. So again, we're just getting a basic understanding of security. So we have clarity on how this works in the state of New York. Okay, in the state of New York. So we talked about your annual class. This is where a lot of people mess up at. Okay? This class should be done every year. But if you miss a year, depending on your job, so some jobs allow you to miss a year, some jobs don't. Okay, so let's say this year I did no class. Okay, next year, 2026, I'm going to receive a document from Albany, Criminal Justice. And they're going to remind me that I owe them 2 classes. So for this year, if I didn't do one in 2026, before I can renew my license, they're going to require that I do 2 of these. So we have to do, if you ever miss a year, you're going to do a makeup class. Okay? Going too fast? A makeup class. Really not that hard. Just be careful the people we talk to at work. Be careful. They sat in class, some people daydream, some people fall asleep a little bit. Then when they get to work, everybody's security sometimes not a lot to do. We talk a lot. Your coworker say, nah, you ain't got to do no class, or your license is good for 4 years. No, this is only good for 2 years. Okay? How I'm doing with time? CJ?
You got 6 minutes, 30 seconds.
Oh, that's too much.